Okay, for some reason the webcam's being sort of stupid right now. For some reason it cut me off at like 3.5 minutes, so I gotta redo this entire thing. I did my very first Warhammer 40k game today. It started about noon, it ended about 3:30 I think. But it was 1,000 points each. Space Marines or Swamp Breakers. That's my dreadnought. Versus Orcs. Space Orcs. My setup was, well, the setup that I've been showing. I had the land speeder in there and all that. And his Daryl, he's the guy I went up against. He's a real cool guy. He's building a Tyranid army right now. I might be facing that in a couple weeks. But his setup was 2 HQ units. I don't really know which ones they were. I just took him out. I took him out about towards the end of the game. More on that in a second. But what happened? I had my dreadnought, my Hellfire. I'm not called Hellfire dreadnought out of the Dawn of War. It's just had twin-linked las cannon and missile launcher, I think. I had this hanging back in the corner of the board, pretty much at 48 inches. Everything was in range. Everything was in range. So I just picked off units. About I think at the beginning of turn 2, Daryl had some trouble getting into close range because when he tried to bring some units into close range, I had quite a bit of missile artillery, some blast artillery, some blast heavy weapons like missiles and whatnot. I had 3 total missile launchers, and that really threw him off because when his unit got in close, I would just blast and take out like 3 of his boys. So he sort of had to plan out like in the middle of the game. Towards the beginning of the game, I shook his Killican, so it was stunned. But then I turned around and hit it again and immobilized it completely for the next turn. After his turn went through, so he was his one Killican couldn't move at all for like 2 turns. And then he moved it forward. And then he brought his knob, I keep on getting boys and knobs mixed up. He brought in one of his large units of boys with a knob leader. Brought those guys forward, along with a Killican, I believe, because he had two light artillery, 2 blast. It's just 2 basic two basic run-of-the-mill Killicans with no real heavy weaponry, more light weaponry, and he brought 2 of them in for close combat with my tactical squad, which had one went into close combat with my Terminators. He had 3 of them. One went into close combat with my Terminator squad. Instantly took it out, wrecked it. Not that hard. Power Sword knocked through the armor really easily. It was either a Power Sword or Power Fist. Really easy. Wrecked it, became a piece of scenery as well. His other Killican, which was a lighter weaponry, exploded, took out like 1 of my tactical squads. And then I think I took out another one. I don't remember if I took out his 3rd one or if he moved it, or he might not have even. I don't even think he even went into close combat with it. But then he brought his boys squad forward with his knob leader, and he had his 2 HQ choices right in front of them. So I took my Rhino with 7 Space Marines in it and did a shooting flank. So I had like 15 bolt guns total of my tactical squad and my combat squad of 7, and did rapid fire on them. So I had 30 shots to use on his knobs, or his boys, and with his knob leader and his 2 HQ choices. So I rolled, and pretty much, I think it was 22 wounds, 22 hits, 20 something, like maybe 20 wounds, and then pretty much no saves at all. Or I don't really remember. I remember I took out his entire boys squad, what was left of it. I think it was like maybe 7 or 8 left. I really picked it off with my missiles before they even got up to me. And then I took out one of his HQs, and I think one of them had one left, and I just picked it off with my Stormbolter or something. I don't really remember. I think I just used it with Heavy Bolter on my thing here. I just used that. Really easy. It was a really good game. I eventually won. We just decided to end it, I think, turn 6. I took out 2 of his Killicans, all of his Defcoptas. An entire boys squad, both of his HQ units, and all he mustered to take out were a couple tactical marines and 2 assault marines. My first game, I learned a lot on how to play, and I won my first game. It was pretty much kill the most points and you win. And really, next week I'm going to be using I'm going to have a bigger army. I'm going to probably have like maybe 1,400 points. I'm going to use my Chapter Master. He is legal. He is a legal Chapter Master. He matches the variant guidelines perfectly. He's not really, he doesn't have really, he's really cheap, but he's cheap to point out, fucking get my words straight. I'm out of breath. I've been talking too much today. Next week, I'm gonna bring my painting supplies. I'm gonna paint while I'm there. I'm gonna have this guy painted maybe tomorrow or the next day. My Chapter Master. I want to get him painted up as soon as possible. I might add a few more things to him just to make him a little more geared. A more geared, bulky look. The big thing for next week is I might be facing one of many armies. Today we were going to see if we can do a 4-way King of the Hill game with maybe 500 points each of capturing a hill in the center, as well as all the other rules and everything else. But next week I might be facing one of many armies. I will be either facing a 3rd edition Harlequin Eldar army, a Tyranid army, the one that scares me shitless, a tournament-based, and very successful tournament-based Sisters of Battle army. Apparently the guy tells me that he played it in tournaments, and he's played it so many times. He's played it like 700 times in the past many, many years. He's won 700 matches, I think he said. He might be over-exaggerating, and he only lost like 5 with it. So it scares me to shit, because he's won so many times with it. If it's even true, I don't know. Or I'm going to be facing Daryl again with his work army. Or maybe doing some sort of 4-way or 3-way or something. If it's 4, it's going to be 2-on-2. Daryl and I versus 2 other guys. If I'm going to be there till like noon to maybe 7. I'm going to be there for 7 hours. It was a good day today. I learned quite a bit. I got my Chapter Master rolling. Yay! I look so fucked up and doped up and all that. I look so stupid when I do that. Yay! Because I got my 2nd tactical squad, which I'll have a plasma gun and Melta on it. In it. So I'll have 2 tactical squads. What else am I gonna have? I don't have my Chapter Master. I'm probably gonna throw my Scout Squad in. But, I will have a battle report next week of whoever I go against. So, I don't know who I'm gonna go against. I don't know what I'm gonna go against. But I will have a battle report next week. So look forward to that next Saturday after at least 7. I'll have a battle report up and going. So, this is Kyle Like Pie 665. Expect a battle report next Saturday. And a follow-up video. And also expect a video of my painted Space Marine Chapter Master. So